Yeah, greetings, folks. It's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. That's me, folks. Yeah. I'm going to talk today a little bit about riots and difficult situations in prisons, and specifically about one that took place at, it was Her Majesty's prison at the time, Wormwood, SCRUBS. And it was about... I think it was November of 1975, and I'd been allocated to search certain cells in the prison, and one of the cells I had to search belonged to a man on D-Wing, on D3 landing. So I went to the principal officer on D-Wing and I said, I've been given a list by the security principal officer of cells I have to search. It was me and another guy. And I have to search this man's cell. I said, listen, he said, Mr. Sutton, just go and take a seat in the canteen. They got a little cardoma thing over there. They'll make you a cup of coffee. There's newspapers in there. Have a read of the newspaper, the Daily Mail or whatever. He said, take about half an hour. Come back with your book and I'll sign it. That's it. I said, I've come to search this man's cell. Not to drink coffee and read newspapers in your cardoma, your cafe little bar. I'm not doing that. He said, I'm in charge of this wing, Mr. Sutton. I said, so you're not going to tell me where this man is? I'm going to go and find him myself. So I eventually found this man, and he was on a Spanish lesson, learning a foreign language, in a little unit at the end of D-Wing, at the end of D4, I think it was. It could have been D3. Anyway, he was at the far end. And I went into the classroom and shouted his name out. And he just turned around. I said, come with me, we're going to do your cell search. He said, I ain't that guy, no, man. You go like general bullshit, you know. So, as diplomatically as I possibly could, I twisted his arm up his back and dragged him out of the classroom and marched him along the wing, kicking and screaming and shouting and swearing and telling me my parents weren't married, but they were married, you know. So he was wrong there. And he was wrong about me not searching his cell. Well, that's what I thought, until I got about halfway along the landing, and then all of a sudden he's boom, 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 all the stamping feet, a lot of jailers running at me. Get off that man, Mr. Sutton. There's a principal officer and about 3 blokes. I said, what are you on about? I said, I'm taken to search his cell. That's my duty. I don't know what your duty is. You either get off him or we're going to get hold of... They were going to get hold of me. The prison officers were going to get hold of me. So I said, I tell you what. I said, you have your prisoner. I said, I am now going to see the principal officer in charge of security for this entire prison and tell him exactly what you've done. And I'll put it in writing, not only to him, but to the governor, which I did. Do you know what the bloody things they said to me? Yeah, it's hard to believe. To this day, it's hard to believe, yeah? They said, oh, well, we'll give you some other cells to search. Just don't worry about that one. I said, you can't have it both ways. You're the bloody principal officer in charge of security. If you need this man's cell searched, give me another couple of officers and we'll go and take him on. I was willing to do it. You know, I wouldn't care, you know. No, he said, here, I'll give you some other cells to search. What's the bloody point? That's what I thought. Anyway, it would be about a week later. I was at home, you know, what I laughingly called my home, which was a prison quarter in a place called Bromyard Avenue in East Acton. And I was watching the television. And on the news it came, there's been a riot at Wormwood SCRUBS. You know, the prisoners are on the roof on D-Wing. And it showed a close-up of the prison. I thought, that's that bastard who had his arm up his back. I was going to search his cell. And they're all dressed in mock uniforms, like fake IRA uniforms. They had a homemade tricolour, you know, the Irish flag, marching up and down with IRA signs and all that. And so I got went into the prison next day and they slung me on the mufti squad, you know, big things on a pickaxe handle, and stuck me up in the loft, and we were banging on the loft, "Come down, you bastards," you know, generally wanting to welcome them back to the fold, you know. But eventually they came down, but they only came down because the governor intervened and said he guaranteed them that they wouldn't get touched. Well, we weren't really going to touch them. Might have welcomed them back with the pickaxe handles, you know, "Welcome back, boys." But anyway, there was an inquiry into how this riot took place. You know, they never asked me. I could have told them. If they'd allowed me to do my job and search the cells, then we would have found this equipment that they'd homemade. And no wonder the inmate put a fight up. But why, you've got to ask yourself, why did the principal officer in charge of D-Wing intervene on their behalf? That was the IRA. I have nothing against the IRA. I mean, they've personally, other than the fact that they've killed about 3 of my mates when I was in the army in the late 60s, early 70s. Apart from that, I've nothing against the IRA, and I can understand their cause. I mean, I'm part Irish myself, and I'm now going to. It's that time, you know. I mean, I know you've been all trembling there. Is it going to happen today? Is he going to sing? Oh no, please don't let him sing. But I am going to sing. That's the song dinger, folks. Did you get it? Did you get that song dinger? That's a warning to leave. If you are of a sensitive nature, it's time to exit the room. Paul has already thrown her knitting down and jumped in the Clyde, swimming across to the other side. Anything's got to be better than that rumbling, gravelly voice. Yes, folks. Catherine quite enjoys it, though. Don't you, Catherine? Catherine's making me a voodoo doll, aren't you? Or is it a voodoo doll you're making of me so you can stick pins in it when I start to sing? So I'm singing along. I believe in... like that, you know. Anyway, there we have it. Don't forget to buy my book, folks. If you've not already purchased it, I can guarantee that you will absolutely love that. Even Larry the Goat had enjoyed it. I'm going to sing to you now. This is a song I haven't sung before. So I sincerely hope that you are sitting comfortably. That's your final ding-dong warning. And here we go. This is Johnny Cash's The Wall from his Folsom Prison album, recorded in 1968. I've never sung this before, so maybe I get it right. Maybe I'm going to cock it up. Who knows? The Wall, as recorded by Johnny Cash, and now about to be destroyed by John G. Sutton. There's a lot of strange men in cell block 10, but the strangest of them all was a friend of mine who spent his time staring at the wall, staring at the wall. As he looked at the wall, so strong and tall, I heard him softly curse. Nobody at all ever climbed that wall, but I'm gonna be the first. Yeah, I'm gonna be the first. Then the warden walked by and he said, "Son, don't try. I'd hate to see you fall. Because there's no doubt they'll carry you out if you ever touch that wall. If you ever touch that wall." Well, a year's gone by since he made his try, but I can still recall how hard he tried and the way he died when he never made that wall. No, he never made that wall. Well, there's never been a man who shook this can, but I know a man who tried. The newspapers called it a jailbreak plan, but I know it was suicide. Yeah, I know it was suicide. There you go, that's The Wall, as originally recorded by Johnny Cash. This is Tales from the Jails, and my name's John G. Sutton. Have a look at my TikTok channel, Jailer John. Alright, thanks.